What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy
Jimothy.
Now, what I thought I'd do today, ladies and gents, is bring you a little bit of a different style of video. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight on into it. Now, as you can see here, ladies and gents, you can see about 7 deck boxes. And basically what I wanted to do today was just go through a few of the decks that I'm messing about with and currently in the process of building, just so we can get your guys' thoughts and opinions on probably what to include, and just to basically have a look at a small portion of my decks that I do actually own. And I like to actually own the physical copy of each of the decks. So yeah, but let's not waste no time. Let's get straight into it. Now, I am a little bit of a hoarder, ladies and gents, and I have got a thing for collecting. What deck is this, by the way? I don't actually know, so let's just get it out. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I do like collecting, and it's kind of like my thing, as well as playing them. I want to actually get into some more competitive style of playing. I've only really been collecting for the last couple of years, so to speak. So yeah. So the deck that we've got here, oh, this is the Cyber Dragons deck. Okay, so I'm currently in the process of building Cyber Dragons, as you can see. I am still short of a few cards. I'm waiting on Cyber Emergency to arrive. I think I've got one copy of Cyber Emergency in here, but I'm also waiting on the other 2 copies, as well as I'm looking for a Cyberload Fusion, to be precise, just for a little bit more of a boost towards the deck. Like I said, I haven't really tested it as yet in its current form, mainly because there's been no locals, and I haven't been able to get together with my friend who I normally test with, basically because obviously Crush Card virus, so I'm pretty much stuck. So this is a Cyber Dragon deck, pretty much what you would expect to see on a regular Cyber Dragon deck. Like I said, still in the process of testing. I've put this in as a bit of a tech, yeah. So I'm looking to kind of like build the deck and mess about with it. I've been building this deck for ages. I don't even know how long I've been doing this for. Probably for the best part of the year, but the cards have been so expensive. Like, I've had the core of this for a while, but just getting the rest of the cards, like Cyber Emergency was like £30, and I was like, you know what, I just can't justify that. Cannot justify paying that straight away. So yeah, so that's my Cyber Dragon deck, ladies and gents. Again, still in process, is more or less complete, so to speak. And what deck is this? This looks like my Ignister deck. Okay, so I've actually like messed about with a little bit with Ignister, and again, I'm still waiting on some cards. I'm waiting for another AI Island, and I'm also waiting on a Bururu, because I've only got one in the deck, and it's probably the only tuner at the moment that I've got in this deck. But it is a fun deck. It does spam out monsters very, very quickly. Dark Templar there, nice. I've got the Transcode Talker package with the update jammer, as well as the Cyber's Wicked and the Linkaribo, Angry Linkaribo basically. But yeah, so I've got most of the deck here. I'm missing a few hand traps, as well as obviously another AI Island. I've only managed to pull one. I actually pulled this one from the sneak peek, funnily enough. When the sneak peek was actually running. I think, was this the last one as well? It might have been. That might have been the last sneak peek that we had. Silent Mining recently just pulled that. So yeah, so Ignister's a decent deck. Like I said, when it's complete, I'll have a proper play with it, and hopefully once this Crush Card virus goes away, we can have some feature matches, because my friend, who is also a bit of a collector, he's probably got about 3,000 cards himself, is the person who I normally play with, as well as going to locals, obviously. So yeah, probably going to do a few live duels with him coming up, and they will be a little bit more consistent, because we normally used to play on a Friday evening, and then we'd go to locals on a Saturday after obviously testing our decks. We both work, so it's difficult to get together in a week, but yeah. So that's my Ignister deck. Again, fun deck. Definitely needs a bit more help. It has got a lot of generic cyber support, but it's very interesting, to say the least. What deck is this? Oh, this is my Marine Cess. So yes, I'm also building a Marine Cess core, ladies and gents, as you can see. Again, I'm still waiting on a couple of cards. I think I'm waiting on another Marine Cess Seahorse and a Blue Tang, if my memory serves me correctly. But again, I've got most of the core here. Oh yeah, I need a Coral Anemone as well, which is very pricey in my opinion, for a deck that isn't actually seen any kind of play, despite it only coming out within the last year. It doesn't really actually see any play, to be honest. But it's something that I just wanted to mess around with again. I've got most of the core here, but I'm just missing a few bits and pieces. And I haven't really messed about with this deck as such. As you can see, I got my blue slugs, I got the Bahamut Shark, totally awesome, Miss Starboy. So yeah, it looks to be a fun deck. I like the mechanic, I like the field spell is really cool. Field spell is really cool, and I've seen people put Coral Anemone in other decks, so to speak. So yeah, now let's see what is in here. Now I believe there's 2 decks in here. I know one of those decks is Nordics, which I won't be displaying because nobody's playing Nordics right now. Yeah, this is Sky Strikers. So obviously Sky Strikers is a deck that isn't actually as viable as it used to be. It used to be a powerhouse and it used to rule the meta for a good part of the last couple of years actually. But now the deck's not so popular. I decided to pick the deck up and start playing with it. I'm one for kind of like going rogue with my decks. I like to play things that are a little bit off meta. And now Sky Striker isn't in the format as much. I thought, you know what, let me pick the deck up and just have a play with it. I do like Sky Strikers. I didn't like it. I didn't like seeing it everywhere basically, and that's what kind of turned me off. I liked it in small portions basically, and now that it is in small portions, I'm here playing the deck. But yeah, usual Sky Striker stuff. I'm still missing a few cards, but for the most part, this core is actually almost done. I just need some generic spell support and probably 1 or 2 traps, and I should be good to go. Obviously, this isn't a finished deck, so you've seen 3 Scissor Crosses in here. I probably won't leave it like that, but I've just literally thrown all the Sky Striker cards together and just put them in a deck. So yeah, I'm going to be playing Sky Striker. So obviously, the decks that I'm showing you, ladies and gents, be aware because I'm probably going to profile them at some point, at some time or another during my deck profiles that I normally tend to put out. But it's just a bit of a showcase. As you can see, I've probably got about 50 decks, ladies and gents, that are in boxes like this. I've got 3 black storage boxes that are basically just used for my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, as well as binders, and just it's crazy how much cards you pick up. So this is my Fright Foot Fluffle deck. Now this is going to be absolutely interesting, especially with the new support that's coming out. I like Fright Foot. I like decks that are very, very aggressive. And Fright Foot is definitely one of this. I bought this actually for £5 and now it's gone up to like £15-20. Crazy how the market works. So yeah, this isn't complete. I think I'm missing Fright Foot Sabertooth and a few main deck monsters. Got most of the edge imps, and like I said, this isn't a complete deck, but this is just something that I'm messing about with. I haven't tested it as yet. Again, another deck that I haven't tested, mainly because I haven't had the opportunity to get to locals or play with my friend. But I've got most of the deck here. I think I'm missing like 1 or 2 cards, so it's more or less good to go in its current form. Probably a couple of hand traps. Ash Blossom seems to have gone up. I don't know what is going on, but that card just got up in price. I know it tends to yo-yo in price, but wow, it's hella expensive. So yeah, Fluffle's interesting deck. Gonna be receiving support in the summer at some point. So I thought, you know what, I've been building this deck for a while actually. I thought to myself, this is interesting. I like the way that this deck operates. Don't mind me with the shadow foil. But yeah, I like the way the deck operates, and I like very aggressive decks. Hence why I play heroes, because you got the ability to go first, second. But it's the OTK potential I really enjoy. I like making life points great again. Quote me, quote Jimothy, YGO 2020 April. Let's make life points great again. So yeah, so that's another deck that I'm kind of like messing into. Now we've got 2 deck boxes left. We've got white and white. We'll go for this one and see what's in this one. So yeah, what I tend to do is Boojins. Okay. So what I tend to do is when I come across cards, I just pick them up, and then kind of like once I've got like a few of the cards together, then I'll just decide on a core, and then just start picking up the cards for it. So this is my Boojin deck. I quite like Boojins. It plays very similar to Tenyis, which is another deck that I'm messing around with. But Boojins is really cool. It's kind of like Control. I got the double or nothing package in there, just in case I want to steal a win. But yeah, again, this deck is not 100% complete. I'm still waiting on a few of the main deck Boojin monsters. So I think I need another Boojin Mitsuki or Mikazuchi, something like that. So I got Yamato, yeah, another one of those guys. So I need 2 of those. And probably a couple more Boojin monsters. But for the most part, the deck is ready and raring to go. Again, just needs to be tested. A couple of hand traps that need to go in here as well. Really good deck, and probably some way to get some draw power, so probably a pot of avarice or something like that. But again, a few cards that I'm just literally gonna have to wait on. I can't actually go out anywhere, and from my understanding, still about. From my understanding, the way that the post is working, because of the crush card virus, got a couple of dangers in there. Oh, that's it. I'm waiting on a couple of danger Mothmans just to cycle through. But the way that my the post is working here in the UK, it operates Monday to Thursday, and it's on a reduced scheme. So sending things first class can take anywhere up to a week if you're lucky. Mainly because of the crush card virus and the reduced staff, but it can also take up to like 2 weeks, and second class is just even crazier. So again, it takes a while just to get the cards ready and raring to go, so it can be a bit annoying, because obviously I'm a bit of a completionist as well. I like to have things done, dusted, just so I can test it, get feedback from you guys, and just basically kind of like just tweak the decks. Okay, now this is the DDD deck that I have now, ladies and gents. This deck is still in process. I don't know which way I'm actually trying to play this deck. I've got what you would call kind of some standard staples in there. That card's nice. But the deck can go so many different ways. You can use the pendulum mechanic, which has a couple of monsters that are quite powerful. You can also go the synchro route, which is what a lot of people are doing with Siegfried and Alexander, waiting on just a regular Alexander, and then need another Flame King. But yeah, so the deck can go absolutely anywhere, ladies and gents. It's quite interesting, this deck. Obviously it got a bit ruined with the Master Rule 4, but now Master Rule 5's back. It can do so many different things. I've seen so many combo videos online myself, and I just thought to myself, where do you even start? Where do I want to go with this deck? How do I really want to play it? And hence why I haven't actually profiled it yet, because this deck is more or less complete, bar like 1 or 2 monsters. But the reason it's not complete is because I'm still deciding where to go. Now obviously I got these staples in there, like your Necro Slimes, your Swirl Slimes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just still deciding where to go with this deck. So yeah, very interesting deck though. It's combo heavy. It reminds me a lot like Dragon Link. You need to know where you're going, what your end board is going to be. But because you can have so many variants of an end board, I'm still undecided of how powerful I want it to be, what I want it to look like, whether or not I want any kind of negations. In terms of when I'm building up to that, it's crazy. It's crazy. I was looking at Prohibition or throwing Prohibition in here, but yeah. So that is it, ladies and gents. 7 decks, just to showcase to you guys that I'm always in the process of building decks. Let me put these to the side. I'm always in the process of building decks, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. Like I said, if you've got any suggestions for the decks that I showcased just in this video, please get at me in the comment section below. I love taking advice. I love having a discussion about decks and how to improve it, and where things might go right or wrong and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, please get at me. But anyway, ladies and gents, we have found ourselves at the end of another video. As always, if you did like this content, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.